Hello, this video is created to help you with changing personnel on an ACUC application for an animal study. When you are trying to do this, you have the ability to make changes to the staffing or personnel within your study at any given time. You do not have to contact the coordinator for this activity to be done. In fact, the coordinator cannot make any changes to your study at all. Only the principal investigator or the edit staff may make these changes. You're going to log into the REMO homepage with your CCID and password, and once you're in, click on the My Home button to make sure you're on your home page. For the study that you need to make the changes in personnel to, click on the active link. In this particular case, we're going to look at an approved one. So we'll click the My Studies tab and add the change in personnel to an approved study. Notice that you're going to have some activities on the left-hand side. The one you want to select is Change Personnel. Now in this particular case, you'll see in 1.0 you can add new personnel, or if the personnel are no longer with your research study, you can delete them. By adding them, you'll be able to select their name, by clicking on their name, and then add the area of responsibility. Now keep in mind the committee is looking for their responsibility in relation to the animals in the study. So be specific. We want to know, are they doing the animal care? Are they doing the animal ordering? Are they doing surgery? Are they responsible for breeding colonies or maintenance, husbandry, etc.? We want to know those specifics to evaluate whether or not they have had the adequate training required. You'll also need to give them a position on the study. So are they a technician, research administrative staff, lab manager, etc. And by clicking on one of those tabs, you can give them their position. Notice that the information regarding their area of responsibility is a required tab. You must complete this information for it to accept the activity. Once that's done, click OK, and the personnel will be added to the study. You can see that that is the case now, and if it was incorrect, I could delete it and start over again. And then if it is correct, you can click OK. Now, keep in mind that I've added that personnel to what's called the edit access. Edit access means the personnel have the ability to make edits to the study. If you do not want that to be the case, please add the personnel with view-only access. Any personnel within the University of Alberta community must be placed within either edit access or view access. However, there may be other researchers, say for instance from other universities or other institutions that are cooperating with this study, maybe a co-investigator. In those cases, you would want to add the personnel here to this component in this particular area for other external team members. Okay, and in those cases, when you click add there, it'll ask you for name, of course, first and last, organization, their area of responsibility, maybe they're a co-PI, a phone number and an email address, and then remember to click OK. That all information will be added to the study once you click the OK button down in the bottom right-hand corner. All right, so if you want to add information about personnel to a study that you haven't submitted yet, let's go back and look for a study like that. So we're going to click the My Home button. And we're going to look in our inbox for the ones in pre-submission, which we see here. And notice that the adding personnel is not as an activity that is available to you. However, you can still do that by clicking the Edit Study button. And under the Study Identification and Staff, you'll see that you have the ability to add personnel in either the Edit components or the View Only components, and as well in what we call 6.3, where the other people that are involved in the study will be added. This area should not have personnel in here that are part of the University of Alberta community. All right, once you've made any changes there, remember to save and then exit. And that's all that is required for making changes to a study that's in pre-submission. Remember, if you have any questions, to contact your coordinator. If you're not sure who your study coordinator is, remember that it's located on the study page itself, and by clicking on the active link, it'll take you to the phone number that they're available at. If you need to contact them using the email coordinator option, that's available to you as well within the study. So you would go in and click the email coordinator button and fill out the information selecting the coordinator's name. All right, thank you very much.